If you have reached this channel, then you're in the right place. Michelle's Kitchen. That's right, Michelle's Kitchen for fun food ideas. And guess what? If you just want to chill, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for instant notifications. So with that said and done, make sure you have a fire extinguisher handy while you enjoy the upcoming video. Hello, my happy eaters. I hope all is well. Yes, guess what? You know, you are in Michelle's Kitchen, guys. And today, guys, I'm going to be doing a spaghetti bake. But let me say this will be my first spaghetti bake. Now, you guys know I'm a big fan of my veggies and whatnot. But I will say that upon deciding to do this, today is Sunday. I was going to do it Saturday. But I went to the store, and because of the pandemic that we have out right now, my sources for the variety of foods that I wanted to get weren't there. Everything was like dry in the grocery stores and whatnot. Because normally I would do, instead of the sliced mushrooms, I would do fresh. I would have made a lot of different choices. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started with the video. But like I said, this is going to be a spaghetti bake. I do have some noodles here. That's all. Just purchased some noodles. This is like a half a box, but I do have more. Um, as you can see, I have a whole onion, which I'm going to be using. I have a small red bell pepper, uh, a large green. I will be using all of this. I do realize that I probably won't use all the sauce. So what I'm going to do is just use what I need, and I'll freeze the rest of it for a later time. Got some parsley flakes, some Italian seasoning, some oregano leaves. I got some crushed peppers to give a little spice. And right here is like a pound and 1 pound and 43 on some ground beef that I already put a little seasoning on. I'm going to use that. Like I said, I'm cooking up everything, and what I don't use, I'll refreeze it. I have a little cheese here. I think I have some more in the fridge if I need it, but you know, cheese is not my biggest, what I'm too worried about. I really just want to get all these veggies in there. I got some fresh basil over here. I'm going to chop up a little bit of that. And over here, hope you guys can see it, but this is some zucchini. I'm going to clean that and cut that up as well and put all of it in there. So I'm going to go ahead, guys, and get everything cleaned up and get this ground beef to go on and show you my process. Get this show on the road. Get this onion cut up. Got my skillet on. Going to incorporate all this. I'm going to cook the ground beef down first, guys, before I start to add any of the veggies. Well, actually, what I will do is once the skillet heat up, I'm going to put half this onion in with the ground beef. And then once the ground beef is done, I will drain it and then incorporate all the other veggies. Hope that sounds like a plan. Baked spaghetti. Sounds simple enough. I'll put the other half in with the other veggies once this ground beef cooks and I get all the grease drained off. And then, like I said, once again, I'll put some crushed peppers, oregano, all that good yummy stuff. Bring that flavor out. Probably let it cook on slow for about 30 minutes to get everything incorporated together nicely. Okay, we got this going good. So in the meantime, I don't know if I mentioned it, guys, but I do have some black olives too. So like I said, I'm putting everything in this. Got some black olives here. I'm gonna go ahead and open those and drain them. Sliced mushrooms. I'm gonna open those, drain those. Go ahead and get this red bell pepper cut up. And the green one, of course. I'm putting all this good yumminess. Oh yeah, got to have the garlic. I'm putting all that bad boy up in there. All of it. Go ahead and open these up. These are some diced tomatoes. That's going in it too. Like I said, guys, I know this is going to make a lot of sauce. But guess what? It's only 2 of us that's going to be eating this. And I know I'm going to have some sauce left over. So guess what? That will be for another day. That's how you guys have to think when you're in the kitchen. You always think about, you don't have to put all this in there and, your meal, be kind of sloppy. So, hey, just save it for later. That's another meal, I'm telling you. Got to think ahead and do what you need to do. But I get it. Some people don't like, leftovers. But, once again, you have to do what works for you. Guys, make sure when you open your cans up, I know you guys know this, but, always wash your tops off. I'm not a big fan of eating out of the can, only when I really, really have to. But like I said, I'm doing this. And when when you open up, always pour your juice off and then rinse it, because it just gets rid of that excess sodium. I mean, you guys know anything in the can has got a lot of sodium in it. So whatever you can do to, you know, cut it down, cut it down. I would have probably had to use olives in the can, but I know the mushrooms I wouldn't have had to. And then actually, I could have bought some tomatoes and just, hand dice those up myself, honestly. But we got to do what we got to do. Get that bell pepper. I love bell peppers. I love it in a salad. But like I told you guys, I love anything really with a crunch. I love crunchy food. Onion, meat's looking good there. Like I said, I'll put all these additional seasonings in it. I mean, you could probably, I'm sure you could put it in before. But when you drain it, half of it's gonna, come off when you drain it. So once that meat is drained, then I will season it, and then everything can just cook together. You know what I mean? I need a bigger plate. But this is okay, because I can just gradually add it in. At least let me go ahead and do the garlic. Yep, guys, this is a lot of stuff. Some people like their spaghetti simple and basic, but you know what? You can put those veggies in there. Put what you like. And don't forget, we got that zucchini we're going to add. So this is going to be pretty hearty. Hearty and healthy. And it will last you guys for some days. So if you like leftovers, this is up your alley. You can take it for your lunch, work. Got kids, they can have lunch, If I could do this more often, I would. Just cook and prepare. I don't mind leftovers. Actually, sometimes leftovers taste better than it does the day of cooking, in my perspective. So I encourage you, happy eaters, to try this. I actually have some Georgia boy sausage in the refrigerator. I may even dice some of that up and put that in there. We can just go all out, you know? What it's all about. When you do it all the way. I'm struggling with this garlic. I need some more workspace. But, of course, I'm still using my laptop, so that's taking most of my space. Can't get that elbow in there like I want to. You heard me? Well, you guys convinced me. This is that Georgia boy sausage right here. I don't have the actual package container because what I did was took them out to make room. Because, you know, you put a big old, you know, container. Well, actually, these don't come in a container. These come in a, it's actually just a plastic wrap that says Georgia boy. Hold on one second. It's Georgia boy, and I got them at Walmart. There was $6.49, but you get like, whew, you get quite a few in it. I don't even remember how many. But I'm just going to split it in half, and I'm just going to do a dice with it and add it to the ground beef. Yes, yes, yes. Now, I got to go to work tonight. I would take some of this, but if I did, guys, I'd probably be laid out somewhere. That's one thing about me. When I'm working, I like to eat, like, you know, maybe some crackers, something. It has to, whatever it is, it has to be very light. I can't eat heavy and go back to work. You're an awful thing. If I have to do it. So yeah, getting this cut up, guys. I'm gonna add it to the ground beef. You know what? I tell you what. You guys know I cook as I go, and this is my first time doing this, so I'm gonna let that ground beef cook, and then I'm gonna drain it, and then I'm gonna cook the sausage. It don't take this sausage that long to cook anyway. That way, you know, it will incorporate. And I won't be, if I do, I just put just a little cayenne pepper on my ground beef prior to me cooking it, but I probably won't be adding any salt, because, you know, once you start putting sausage, and then you got the olives, that's kind of sausage, so you want to watch your balance there. See, this really doesn't look like a lot of ground beef, but there. By the time I add all this other stuff, whew, actually, it didn't yield that much grease, which is an awesome thing. Yeah. Say about 5 more minutes on this, and then I'm gonna drain it. Alright, alrighty. I got a little popping going on here, which is okay. I did pour that grease off. Can you guys see it there? Wasn't a lot, but, you know, got as much as I could off. Now, I'm gonna get back to business. I'm gonna go ahead and add that Georgia boy sausage, just one, and I got some onions and garlic. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in. Alright, now I didn't worry about trying to get a bigger plate because I'm just gonna cut as I go and then add. I got my stove on in between low and medium. I'm gonna kind of let that everything cook slow until I can get everything in here. But before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and put some oregano. Be generous. Be very, very generous. Very generous. I got some crushed peppers. I'm going to take the lid off and just put a few of those in there. We want that heat. Yes, sir. Alright, now I have some Italian seasoning. Once again, very generous. Alright. And I'll put some parsley flakes. I'm just going to put a little bit of that. But you can be very generous if you want to. Totally up to you. Now, give it a little stir. Wish you all could smell that yumminess. Now I've already drained my olives. Now this right here, this can is, a small can is 2.25 ounces. You don't have to put all of them, but I am because I want this to be very, very hearty. And I've already drained and rinsed. Going with those. Bam on that one. Got some sliced mushrooms, already drained. Put water on those to rinse some of that additional sodium off. Gotta get it all out. Do a quick little stir. Like I said, we got it between the fire on medium and low. Let me hold this up so you guys can get a bird's eye view. Old fashioned way. Alright, that's just the meat. Now, I'm going to go ahead and cut up the red bell pepper, that big green bell pepper. And then after that, we still may add some more seasoning. Put that lid on there to hold some of that steam in. Oh boy, it is a rainy day. Today is what, the 15th? Rainy over here. I love rain though. Even if I gotta go somewhere in it, or if I have to work or whatever, I don't mind it. I love it. It just relaxes me. Puts me in thought. My mind is clear. I can think about my next move. I don't know why I'm not using the cutting board. Oh well. Now, these bell peppers, I just dice them coarsely. So, I mean, if you want to go small, you can. But by the time I put that sauce in there, everything's going to cook down. Excuse me. It's half of that one. Push this other one up. Alright, getting ready to go in with the zucchini, the red bell peppers, and the rest of the green bell peppers. I don't know what I'm going to call this yet, but it's going to be super delicious. Oh, wow, guys. And I even forgot the basil. See how abundant this is? I knew it was going to be a lot, and that is the key thing, cooking all this stuff together and having those leftovers. I'm telling you. Give this a stir. Yeah, it's a lot. See. And like I said, you can always cut it in half. Most of the time, guys, when I cook, I eyeball. Like I said, this was £1.43, and then, not even thinking, I added that sausage. Like I said, we got some onions, some garlic, some olives. Well, I said olives. We got mushrooms. Oh my God, just the peppers. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. Now, I'm going to turn that up, and guess what? Got to put the basil. I'm going to clean this and dice some of this up in there. Let's just keep on going. Let's keep adding, adding, and adding. Nice basil. Go ahead and put in my diced tomatoes. Yes. And I'm using some Bertolli. I think that's the correct pronunciation, but it's tomato and basil. I'm going to go ahead and add that. I'm going to let this cook. I'm going to say for about 30 minutes, but I might, well, yeah, at least 30 minutes. I'm slow. Let's get that in there. Yeah, this is going to be a lot. I'm so looking forward to eating this the next time because I know it's going to be even better. Let's get this stir going here. Just going to let it cook, guys. This is awesome. Okay, yeah, Yeah, this is good. This is a meal with leftovers, and maybe, like I say, well, not maybe, but I am going to freeze the rest next month. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be better. I'm actually looking forward to next month. See how chunky that is? And I put just, I think what I'm actually going for is all the veggies. I do have a little cheese here, and I have some more, but I'm just gonna put probably this on it, and that's gonna be it. My main thing is those veggies in there. So I'm gonna let that cook for about 30 minutes. Doesn't this look yummy, happy eaters? Yes, indeed. About 15 more minutes. I'm leaving the lid off so that we can get some of that water off of it. And then once it bakes, first time I'm assuming that once it bakes, we can cook it until, you know, it's not wet, but, you know, dry. Not dry, but you guys know what I mean. Moist. That's the word, moist. I could probably, to be honest with you, I could just eat this just like this. Those veggies are just right. But I'm going to go about 15 more minutes because I want everything to be fairly done. But that is so beautiful. Nice. All right, it's been about 30 minutes. That sauce is starting to thicken up a little bit. So this is a lot of sauce. I just had me just a little bit. I had to taste it. It's really good. I actually had some tortilla chips. I took a little bit of the sauce and crushed some of that up in it. It was good. Had to eat just a little something. But anyway, guys, over here I have my water boiling. It's gonna, well, I just turned it on, so it's gonna get hot. And then I have some spaghetti noodles, and I use half of them, so I got some more just in case. So I'm gonna go ahead and boil those. Just follow the instructions on the back of the package. They'll boil them, put your little salt in the water, let them boil for about 15 minutes, and then I got an egg. So once that's the noodles are done, I'm gonna drain it with this egg up in it. It's gonna help bind the noodles together, so that way when we put it in the pan and we cut it, we'll get you know, perfect rectangular cuts without the you know, the noodles spreading all apart and everything. So this egg is going to be our binding unit, binding for the egg. So I'm going to let that do its thing there. And I think I might have to go ahead and use the mozzarella cheese. I have some shredded cheese and mozzarella cheese. I'm not going to put that much because I think my biggest thing with this is I just want it to be more all about the veggies versus the cheese aspect. But I do have another pack and I'll add some more on that. So we have 2 cheeses going there. Alright, that sauce is thick. I just turned my noodles off, and now I'm getting ready to go ahead and drain the noodles, put them back in the pot, take this egg, I'm going to whip the egg up, pour it in there, mix that together, and then get my pan. I'm just going to layer it. I don't have I don't know if there's a right way or a wrong way. I'm just going to do it Michelle's kitchen way. Drain some of that starch off. We're going to rinse it in cold water so we can stop the cooking process. And here's that other cheese, guys. Just going to put a little bit of that on there. This is mozzarella. That was my 15 minutes there for the noodles. Let's see here. Now I'm actually going to take some of the noodles out because I may not use all of them. And I'm going to put the egg with some. That way I won't have that extra egg in it just in case Alright, so I'm just going to actually use my hand here. They're clean, and take some of those noodles out. Okay. Now I'm going to pour these, get some more of that water off. Oh, bear with me, guys. Alright, I'm going to put those noodles in there. Okay. Now I'm going to crack that egg open and rinse it off. Got to rinse everything nowadays. And in there. Throw that shell away, and now I'm going to whisk it. Just got something to whisk it in. Like I said, this is going to be my binding unit to hold those noodles together once I put it in the pan. Okay. Now I'm just going to toss them up like such. Get some of this stuff out of the way so you guys can see. Go ahead and turn that sauce off. It's not hot there. You guys can still see that. Go with the flow. Got those noodles there. Toss that up. Okay. Gotta get some of this cleaned up. Clean as we go. Alright, now I'm just gonna put a layer of meat, noodles, cheese, layer of meat, noodles, cheese. Sound like a plan to me. If you guys would do it different, make sure you comment. I always encourage comments. Alright. Nice little press there. I don't know, guys. It's looking good to me. What do you guys think? Now I'm just going to add the rest of these noodles and cheese. I guess worst case scenario. I mean, really, honestly, I could eat leftovers for like 2 days, you know. But after that, so I guess I could freeze this. There ain't no way in the world I'm going to eat all that now. Looks like I'm going to be using the rest of the noodles. Well, it worked out. All about eyeballing. Got my gloves on, so I still got, you know, a little bit in here with the egg mixture. So I'm going to go ahead and mix that together, and we're just going to spread it all on there. Cook it on 350. We're going to say about 40-something minutes. That way it can kind of dry out and mold. Spaghetti bake will mold together so it'll be firm. But, hey, what do you know? I think that's great, guys. Yes, 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 yes. Now, we'll rinse. Okay, put some more cheese. I think people do this really for the cheese, but I tell you, all these veggies I got up in here, that's what's up. Got some block cheese in there too. I don't feel like shredding it. This really, let's see, I'm gonna say about a good, maybe saying prep time. Once you do your prep time, cut all your stuff up, clean everything. Oven's almost ready. Once you do your prep time, I'll say about 15 minutes on prep, and then your 45 minutes. So probably no more than about an hour or something for everything. But like I said, this is my first time, so next time, trust me, it won't even take that long. Got the cheese there. That's it. I'm not even gonna put the yellow cheese on there. I'll hold on to that. That's enough of that. So take these off, and let's give it a little garnish there. Let's put a little more Italian on there on the top. There we go. Guys, can't go wrong with this. Hush, Nay Nay. That's my little cat outside meowing to get in the house. She's probably smelling this spaghetti, even though we don't feed her table food at all. But she hears me talking, so she wants to be a part of what I have going on here. But I'll go outside and spend some time with her later on. All right. That's it, guys. This is it. I'm going to hold this up. The pan is not hot, it's a little warm. Can you guys see that? It's going to be that spaghetti bake, and we are getting ready to go in. I don't know what I'm going to call this yet. This might be what, overrated spaghetti bake, overrated. I don't know. But I am getting ready to go in the oven now. Okay. That's it. Let's wait for those good results. My apologies. I was getting ready to cut as soon as I got, but you know what? Now that my brain is kicking in, let me let this sit for about 15 minutes so everything can kind of, do its thing. Alright guys, a greedy person done irritated me by being greedy, but got this piece together here. There you guys have it. Overstuffed spaghetti bake. Didn't go that much on the cheese, but it's filled with a lot of veggies. You got your, let's see, your onions, your garlic, your diced tomatoes, your red bell pepper, your green bell pepper, did I say olives, mushrooms, you got some zucchini in here, and heavy on the oregano, heavy on the Italian, a little black pepper. I added that toward the end, which I didn't speak on during the video, and just a little salt, and I put some crushed peppers in it. Let that cook down for about 30 minutes to get some of the water off. I use 1 pack of mozzarella cheese, and I just put the meat, the noodles, the cheese, the meat, the noodles, and then the cheese. But I think if I had to do it differently, I would probably reverse it and put the meat on and then the cheese. So that way the noodles won't get, they're kind of a little crispy on the top, but not that much. But I would do it, I would revert that. Anyway, guys, there you have it. Overstuffed with veggies, spaghetti bake in Michelle's kitchen. Until next time, guys, like I always say, be good to yourself, then you can be good to others. Until next time, happy eats. Get a little rough with it. Yep, back down in there with that. I'm struggling, y'all. Oh, look at that. Hey, tuck it here. Oh, it's okay. I'm not gonna cry over it. Clean that mess up there. Like I said, I could have put a little bit more cheese on it. I could have worked with this a little bit more, but it's okay. What we got here? Veggies, 2 layers. It's good. I like it. Alright, guys. Spaghetti bake. Got all those good yummies in there. You guys, try it. Add all your great veggies in it. All your different kind of meats. You could substitute the beef out. Put turkey, chicken. Substitute the sauces out. Put turkey sausage. All the veggies that you like. Like I said, I don't have that much cheese in it, but you can add more cheese, as much cheese as you want. But, you know, like with anything, just eat it in moderation. So, guys, until next time, this is what we're going to call this, guys? Spaghetti baked oversized. All right, guys, until next time, happy eats.